guys. Back with another mask review. I just picked this mask up the other day. This is a mask I've wanted for a while. I've been kind of on the fence about getting one. It came out in 2018, I believe, is when they released these. But I was at one of my local store in my area. It's a store I've been going to since I was a kid. They've always had a lot of masks, and they've always, kind of did it big for the Halloween season, with decorating and things like that. And they just recently restocked all their masks, and they got all the new Trick or Treat Studios masks. All the ones from last year and some from this year. They have, I think, all the Michael Myers masks, all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre masks that they make, and they had several masks from the Return of the Living Dead line. So I had to pick one up. I don't know if you guys saw my last video and seen I showed at the end what I got, but here he is. The Tar Man from Return of the Living Dead. Being a mask collector and a horror fan, I never thought in my day I would ever see a licensed Return of the Living Dead mask. Very cool. I couldn't believe it when I seen they were doing a line of these. So here's the tag. Very cool. Awesome mask. Good quality. The paint's great on it. I did pick this up in store. You can get these, I paid a little more for it. You can get these online for maybe like 55 to 60 bucks shipped. I paid a little bit more, but not much. But you can get them online for pretty cheap. It's not a bad price. Really great. I was watching the movie, and I paused it and did kind of like a screen grab, and I, did comparisons of, the actual grab from the movie with the mask, and it's very accurate. This just all the details. I went and looked at it really, back and forth, and I believe Justin Mabry sculpted this one, and he really nailed it. The sculpt is just really, it's a really accurate sculpt, really spot on. And you see Tarman in the movie in different scenes. He looks a little different, but this one really captures the very first moment you see Tarman. Right when she goes downstairs and she's looking for Freddy, and she's looking around in the basement, and then he comes up, and you get that first glimpse of his face, and it kind of zooms in on him. This is, spot on. Very cool. Again, they had lots of Trick or Treat Studios masks there. The reason I did snag it is because it was in store. I liked what it looked like. I was able to actually see it in person, so I grabbed one. They also had Trash, which is Linnea Quigley's character in the movie. One of the weirdest parts about the movie is she turns into like a monster as opposed to like a zombie, which is weird, but they have a mask for that, the Trash mask, where she has the red hair, just kind of a bluish color, and her mouth's real big. Kind of like a monster. They had that one that was pretty cool. I know they make the skeleton that comes out of the grave. I didn't really care for that one too much. And they also make the cover zombie. This guy right there with the mohawk. They make a mask for that guy too, and they had that one there. And it was pretty cool. I may pick that up in the future, but I had to grab the Tar Man. Again, I believe Justin Mabry sculpted this. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did. Again, officially licensed, the Return of the Living Dead. I do have another Tar Man mask made by an independent artist, independent company, which is really cool, but for the price, this is not bad. And again, the sculpt is extremely accurate for that first Tar Man shot you see in the movie. My only issue and complaint about this is I wish it was more glossy. I talked to a friend of mine who had found some stuff that you can gloss latex, and it won't hurt the latex. So I'm going to have to get back with him, my buddy Larry, see if he figured out what that stuff was. I know there's a few things you can use, but I'm definitely going to spray this down with something that won't affect latex and gloss it up. I'm going to make them real shiny. So he has a little bit of gloss to him, but not nearly the gloss that he needs. So that's my only complaint. He's not as glossy, but that's an easy fix. Not like I have to paint it or do anything with that. You can just, I'm sure they have a spray-on gloss you can get and get them all shiny and wet looking. So not a big issue with that. The pupils in the eyes were a little off. I kind of doctored them up a little bit, but again, they're just kind of, one was kind of this way and this way. Again, they're mass-produced. They are, I think, hand-painted, but by, people who are not really artists. But otherwise, again, not many complaints. This is wearable. It was slit all the way up to right there. It's about, over halfway up the mask. It's cut up to there. There's a little keyhole. I sealed mine off from the inside because I don't wear mine. I just use them for display. As you can see, there is a slit that runs all the way up the back to there. Again, really cool that they have this line. I might go back and pick up a couple of the other ones. Probably not get all. I won't get all of them, but I will might pick up Trash. And I'm almost definitely gonna pick up the that guy right there, the cover zombie mask that they make. Another thing about this mask, again, the size to me is perfect. When it comes to corpsey type masks, they're supposed to be kind of smaller and decayed. I mean, it's not tiny, but I mean, it's a good size mask. It's perfect size for what I think a corpse, would be. But, and that works for me because I display them. But the only issue is if you were, I would highly recommend this mask for sure. But if you did want to wear this for a costume, you did want to actually wear it out, I don't know if it would fit everyone. I don't have a giant head, but I don't have a tiny head. I have an average size head, I guess. And this mask didn't fit me. I did try it on. I mean, if I could get it on my head, but it was really tight on my face. My eyes couldn't really see out the eye holes because the mask was so tight. It was it just didn't fit, right? It was really tight on my face. And then the back, how it was cut on the back, the flaps wouldn't even close because it was too small. So the back of the mask was completely flapping open. So if you are going to get this for, a costume, or you want to wear it for Halloween or something like that, you might, check if most masks are kind of big on you, it might work. But if you have, an average larger size head, it probably will be too small to wear. I have another one here, not another one of these, but another Trick or Treat Studios mask to kind of compare it. This is the Dead Nate mask. It's another corpsey mask made by Trick or Treat Studios, but it is way, way bigger. The head, not just the chest plate and everything, but the head itself and the head room, it is much, much bigger, a much bigger mask. So I can wear this one. I mean, I've got this one sealed at the back too, but I can wear this one. This one I cannot. It's just too small. I can get it on, but it's just really uncomfortable and it doesn't look right. So, just kind of comparing that, if you've ever seen the Dead Nate mask from Trick or Treat Studios, or you have one, this is much smaller. So, just keep that in mind if you plan on wearing it. But if you plan on just displaying it like me, it's perfect. Just amazing. It's an amazing sculpt. It's super accurate. Again, I've put the movie on and paused it right at that moment and kind of stared back and forth, and it really is accurate. Very cool mask. It's got a couple little tufts of hair hanging here, which will be more plastered down once I get it all glossed up. Got some more nasty hair over there in the back. So you got some spine going right there. More stuff dripping all down him. Very cool. Wicked awesome mask. Glad I picked one up. Again, I was kind of on the fence about it. Just I didn't know exactly what it would look like in person. Trick or Treat Studios, they knock some stuff out of the park. Some stuff is hit or miss. And it's when ordering online, you just kind of don't know what you're going to get. But again, these are great. Again, I got this in store, but I'm assuming if you did order one directly from Trick or Treat, it would probably look very similar to this. This isn't like a paint mask or anything. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill factory copy. There's that goop dripping over his eyes. If you do get this and you're going to wear it and you can fit it, it does fit over your head right. There are little ear holes. I don't know if you'll be able to, probably not going to see with my crappy lighting. There are little ear holes. They hide them very well. They're not very big. Oh, maybe not. You know what? Okay, well, there's an ear hole. You see that down in there, that little hole. There's an ear hole deep down in there that you can't see in that ear. This one doesn't have an ear hole, so I guess they just give you one ear hole. Whatever, doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not going to wear it. The eye holes are slits that go up above the eye right there. So that's where you see, out of above the eye. There are two nostril holes down at the bottom of the nose, right there and right there. Very small and hidden. The inside of the mouth is like black latex, you know, painted, but then way up top, there's little slits you can breathe up under the teeth. Again, they put the holes right where they need to be, you know, so when you can see and breathe out of it, you won't be able to see in. You know, they really they really did a very good job at hiding the eye holes and the breathing holes. So yeah, that's about it. Again, they have, I think 3 or 4, maybe 5, I'm not sure. I think about 4 masks from this line, from the Return of the Living Dead line. Again, one of my favorite horror movies, my favorite zombie movie of all time. Super glad to have this, an extremely accurate sculpt. Again, just needs to be glossed up a little bit more. I'll probably do that sometime this week. Just get them a little shiny, get them all slimy and greasy looking. We're gonna put him back up on the shelf. He'll really have that Tarman look. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.